It's week 2 of the NFL, and we've got CeeDee Lamb. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Cowboys and the Jets, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good.
2 teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
After years of flirting with the idea, the 4-time MVP finally found his way out of Green Bay this offseason, guiding himself to the Jets. We know he's already a Hall of Fame lock, but this is a chance to add one more crowning achievement to his resume.
Now a late signing let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Throwing is Rodgers. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Lewis to return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup, threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the veteran. It's Ronald Jones. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Prescott now from the 50. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. But Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A lot to talk about when it comes to Garrett Wilson, the reigning Offensive Rookie of the Year. Last season, really embraced the wide receiver 1 role in New York, broke Keyshawn Johnson's rookie record for yards, and one of the brightest young stars at his position lives up to that by getting another Jets first down.
Rodgers again now. Going right back to Wilson. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Cook up the gut. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Finding Hardman here over the middle. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets! Tyler Conklin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the 2nd quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Prescott now. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Will McDonald brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Throwing, Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long. After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So here are the Jets now to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
A gain of 7. And the Jets 1st down.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Lawrence is somebody who remains a fearsome rusher off the edge, even if the sack totals aren't as high as they used to be. But 17 forced fumbles over the last 6 seasons proves he's still getting the job done.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 3rd down and 6. Here's Prescott. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got a man, and that's Alex Erickson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
On the return, here comes Lewis.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Oh, he stays up. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now.
On the return, Carter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. And the Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
On first down, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good...
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Rodgers now on first down.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart and not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now an option play on second down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
And right side, they're going to go option here.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Here's 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, partner, we know they came out locker room down on the scoreboard. I will guarantee you, the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Under pressure and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here's Hardman to return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10 at the 43-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Following the interception, here's Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Bryce Hall.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, New York.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Wilson, incomplete. He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on their way to a 2-0 start.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis, and he'll be stopped up at the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now a throw here to his running back, and to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Prescott on first down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now a dump off here complete, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now they're in the hurry up. To the air again, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys,